So I'm going to take you through this split squat timeline today. It's going to be a series of progressions and regressions that you can work through and you're going to see coming up in your programming. First one we're going to look at is the bodyweight split squat. Nothing needed, one foot in front of the other, making sure you're keeping a nice gap between the ankles. You're going to load that front foot, the heel of that front foot, making sure you've got enough space between your feet that you can then drop straight down into the heel of the front foot and drive straight back up. We're looking to put the emphasis into your glutes, quads and hamstrings. Now from here, we can now bring in a variation of different variations. What I'm going to ask you to do now is bring in some weight, dumbbells, kettlebells. You can either double suitcase it or single arm suitcase it, but all you're going to do is let those weights hang and we're going to drop and drive with no step. Bringing in a step, an elevated, we can go front foot elevated where we're going to put the front foot up on the step. That's going to increase the load through the front foot. Again, we can put the step behind us. So again, starting with a very small 3-4 inch step, putting the rear foot elevated just by a smidge. And again, it's going to put more emphasis and it's going to create a greater range of motion. Progressing this even further, we're going to go into a rear or bench rear elevated, where we're going to pop the back foot up onto a bench. And again, it's all about just layering the intensity. So now we've got that higher bench position, a greater load going through the front foot, head up, shoulders back, chest proud. We're still going to be looking to drop and drive through that front heel. All right. The final variation I'm going to explain to you is going to be the barbell split squat, okay? And again, we can use a safety bar here, we can use a barbell, but for us, what we're looking for here is to then we're getting to a point where we potentially can't no longer hang on to the weight that we want to use or hold the weight we want to use, and we might need to have more of an efficient tool, barbell, to do that. Or essentially we want to create a bit more instability when that's what the bar will do. But again, same setup. You can go from the ground, we can elevate on a small step, we can elevate on the bench. But essentially we're looking to load that and get maximal work through that. Although it's a bilateral, but it's very much has that kind of forward focus or front foot loaded focus to this exercise. So as you can see guys, awesome timeline that you can see that we can work through. All of them have their benefits, minimal equipment all the way through to complex barbell rack kind of setup. But again, one of the best exercises that you can work on, and you're going to work on all variations over your life.